Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ethan. I'm the CEO and founder of Vango. This is not an easy message for me to say and pass along. When I started Vango 6 years ago was when the idea was born, and about 5 years ago is when I really started working on it full time. I knew that the day would come that I would be saying goodbye. To the team, to the community, to this thing that I had built. But I never thought I'd be saying goodbye on behalf of Vango. I started off with so much belief in the idea and what we were doing and the desire to build, 100-year company that I thought it would outlive me, or certainly outlive the time that I'd be spending with it. But that was probably somewhat unrealistic. Any company that you're starting up, it's always a challenge. The odds are against you, and this is a space that is very difficult. I began it out of a personal challenge of wanting to discover art and in an easy way, and coming from a family of artists, wanting to help support them. And it was really that carried me through, the last 6 years. There's a lot of people within the community in the last couple of weeks that have seen that something wasn't right and have either been out of shock or disappointment, and some anger. What happened, and why did you tell us? I think part of that undertone is that things were going great and now they're not. Like, why? I mean, the truth is, running a startup, and if I look back over the last 5 years, it's been a constant challenge. I mean, if I told you every time things weren't going well, that I was upset, man, you would be tired of hearing from me. But that's part of the challenge, a part of the journey, and we've been through it all. We've raised money, we've hired people, we've gone through growth. We were on a television show, and then we've gone from firing people and sort of pivoting the business, and a lot of nights and sacrifices and relationships and many things. And so, the point is that I apologize to those who were caught off guard, and even certainly for myself, it was a bit off guard as well. I mean, there was a lot of things in the end that were out of my control, but certainly I'm responsible, for the success of the company over the past 5 years, and for that, I wish that I had done more. I think what I'm most proud of in what we did, I mean, and there's a lot, the artist community of 25,000 that we built, the tens of thousands of buyers that we had, and new collectors, and our repeat buyer rate, people coming back and really getting addicted and all that. I mean, is that, through all that, I mean, we made decisions recognizing that the status quo wasn't working, and that we wanted to push the envelope and constantly iterate and change and explore, because the way the art world works now is not designed for art to be for everyone and for it to be as popular as music. And we did things like going mobile, like having a single price point in our branding that were very different. And they were that unintentional. They weren't always the right way, and certainly knows that the artist told us that. But we were always experimenting and pushing. And if I look at the legacy of Vango, while not necessarily going to be an operating entity anymore, I mean, it really, I think, helped the art space think outside the box. By getting featured in Apple and by doing things differently, we made others, even if they didn't change, question and think and prod and push and poke and for that, I'm really proud because the work isn't done. I think that we still aren't at a point, and why so many companies have I mean, the artists certainly know this, have not done well and have gone under and failed, is it's just a tough business, and we haven't reached that tipping point. We haven't gotten to the point that art is, in a way, in high demand, or something that, certainly in original art, people are comfortable spending a lot of money with. And I still wholeheartedly believe that we will get there. But it's going to take some work. And so, what I'm going to continue to do is to push and to connect and to build awareness in whatever capacity that I have, for the arts and for the intersection of art and technology. But I have, a message to, the artist community out there is to keep creating and keep encouraging experimentation, from places that you are selling, or from whether it's from a technology or from a marketing perspective, and explore new mediums or ways to spread your work, because that's what it takes. And, it's hard because in any business, and certainly from creatives or creators, and even creating Vango, which was this tech product. I mean, in the beginning, it's an 80-20 rule. You have to spend 20% creating and 80% getting your work out there. I know that's a constant challenge for artists, but I would really, really, encourage you to think about that. And I know what you want to do is paint and create, and if you do that, that's wonderful. But if it's a place where you want to sell and get that validation, you've got to work at it, and you've got to get outside your comfort zone, and that's hard. So, really thinking about that, and then once you get successful, then it's the opposite. You spend 20% or 80% creating and 20% just on the outreach stuff. So, anyways, do that and tell your story. Use Instagram, tell your story, and to the collectors and the art enthusiasts out there, keep spreading the word, supporting artists, by buying their work, by giving them feedback, by telling your friends, by telling their story. That we always saw that the number one time people got excited and they came back was when they had shared the artwork they had with their friends and saw that passion and told that story. And so, I encourage you to keep doing that and to telling the story of artists and creators around you. And together, I think, we will hit that tipping point. And I think it is coming. And I think you see places like Instagram and other platforms build that awareness. And through, work that I've done in podcasting and others, that will happen. And I hope that the industry, keeps working together to support artists and enable them, and all of you out there. So with that, I want to say thank you for all of your support and encouragement and feedback over the years. It has kept us going. You would not believe how much of a difference that made. And to the artists and others who certainly, pushed us on the side of calling us out on things, thank you for that as well. I know it comes and from a place of, good intention. And I think that's wonderful. So thank you all. And as far as the next steps, I'll include my email below. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, please reach out, and I will do my best to get back to you in a timely manner. And as the shirt says, life is better with art. I know it's backwards, but it says life is better with art. So I think if all of us remember that and believe in that and push that, the world will be a better place. Thank you.